Hi, I'm Adam Bellamy, the HR Director here at Loma Systems, and I'm here with Aman Sahota, the Global Financial Controller, and Simon Spencer, the Managing Director. So we're just going to be talking about what's happened in the previous year and also looking forward to 2021. So if I hand over to Simon to go through the agenda.
Yeah, so there are a few things we're going to talk about. The first one is we'd like to talk about Loma's people. Then we'll talk about the progress that we've made as a business, some of the problems we've faced, the financial performance, and then finally we will end up by talking about the projections for the future. So everything starts with the people, so perhaps you could fill us in on some of the details from the HR side.
Yeah, absolutely. So can't mention this year without obviously COVID. So it's been a big theme this year, and I think it's something that the business has done quite well to adapt to. I've been really impressed with our employees. They've shown a lot of resilience, and they've adapted a lot to changing conditions, changing government regulations, and that kind of thing. So really impressed with that. We've done what we can in regards to the offices and locations, keeping them safe, and obviously sending PPE out to our remote teams. So again, I think we've done what we can there, and certainly the feedback from the engagement survey has been positive on that. I think the other thing which I've been really pleased about is that we've been able to offer everybody job security. Obviously everybody's still here after the pandemic, and through the hard work of those people, we're now in a pretty strong position that going into kind of 2021, we're going to carry that momentum forward, which is great. The other thing which I'd really like to call out is just the production teams who have been coming in tirelessly throughout the pandemic, and also the service teams. I mean, the courage that those guys have to go into environments that Loma doesn't have any direct control over. Often it can be a pretty difficult place, a food factory. So a big hand to the service team in particular. I think that's fantastic. The other highlights for this year is I think we've made a number of really good recruits, and we've really strengthened the team. And going into 2021, again, we've got loads and loads of opportunities. We've got about 30 roles coming up in the next 3 or 4 months, and we're expecting to recruit about 50 people in total next year. So, lots of opportunities for people there. And then the other thing I think we need to focus on for 2021 is obviously the outputs from the engagement survey. So a big thing that came out of that was communication. So we're going to do some work on communication, not just locally, but across the globe. And the other thing is around celebrating success as well. So we're going to be doing that, and the local HR teams are going to be working on some of the more local challenges that came out of that. So I'll hand back over to you now, Simon, to talk about progress.
So when I think about progress, I like to think about commercial success, and I like to see things getting better, see us improving. Certainly the product range has come a long way this year. We've seen good improvement on IQ4 software. Still a long way to go, but we've seen some good improvements. The X-ray also, there have been some developments in reliability and in quality. Our warranty expenditure is very low right now, which is a good thing, telling us that we've got high product quality coming out of the factories. And I think I can also see some progress in terms of commercial success given the year that we've had in some of the customer wins that we've had. So we've had a few notable wins, done very well in North America, pretty much across the year, but we've had some big wins. For example, one in pharmaceutical with GSK that we are very pleased about. In Europe, in Poland, we had a good win in X-ray with Ferrero Chocolate Company, beating out a fairly tough competitor there, so we were good to see that win. And then in the UK, where we had a change of team this year, we were pleased to see in September we had the highest month that we've had pretty much on record really for the UK sales. So there were some good wins there. There were some problems too. I'm not going to bang on about it too much. We all know COVID has been an issue. Some of our colleagues actually caught COVID and that must have been very frightening for them. And we've all been affected to some extent by restrictions in travel. Maybe you can't see your extended family, things like that. So it's been a fairly high pressure year in terms of the external environment. But on the whole, I think we're coming through that now, and we appear to be in reasonably good shape. So perhaps, Aman, you could tell us the financial performance of the business. How do things look from a numeric perspective?
Yeah, sure. 2020, as you know, has been an extremely unpredictable year, and it has impacted the financial performance this year. And so while we don't have the full year numbers yet, we've still got a bit to do in December. Our expectation is for revenue to be a little bit behind last year. It's obviously not where we want to be, but in Q2 we did see a sharp decline in our sales. Thankfully, we did see pick up in that in Q3 onwards, despite ongoing issues like customer access. And during that time, we did make small and sensible use of government programs as well, like furlough, as you know. And but I think what that has shown is we've reacted really well to what has been a continually changing environment, and our expectation is that profit will likely be in line with last year, which is an acceptable level, and it means that we exit the year in pretty good shape.
Having heard that the business is reasonably safe, can you give us some thoughts on 2021?
What I would like to say is that I think tough markets sort out the difference between good companies and bad companies. And I can see some of the progress that we've made this year in terms of win ratios. Some of the larger projects that we're winning make me feel positive about next year. Late spring, early summer of this year, things were looking pretty bleak. But since then, Q3, Q4, I've seen things start to recover. Sales order intake has been pretty good in a number of places. North America, Brazil, one or two orders in Europe have been good. And so I'm thinking that 2021 will be an improvement on 2020. We have growth in the plan. And for 2022, I think we will see a normal level of travel, or a more normal level of travel. Customers will be feeling more confident about capital investment, and I think that 2022 should be a return to a strong growth year for us.
That's fantastic. Have you got any final thoughts?
So I suppose all that's left to say is to thank everybody for their hard work this year. It's been a very challenging year, so I'd like to thank you all for coming in and plugging away, working hard in the factories, keeping the wheels turning. And it's the end of the year, so we'd like to wish everybody happy holidays, happy Christmas, and a very happy and healthy 2021. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.